Yep.
Yeah, they all do. Welcome in, everyone. It's Nordmark. It's the silly one, you know. Anyone run by me. So I'm joined today by the wonderful Aeon.
Hello.
The wonderful Summer.
Hello.
The wonderful Mr. Blue Designs.
What they said.
The wonderful Cy the Urban Hippy.
Hello.
Look at that! I got a full party. It's great. So today's mission is boat stuck. Basically, scouts have come back to Airedale with a report that the river is drying up because there is a massive ship lodged sideways right up the river. Like, there's no way it could have gotten up there. It's impossible. So some deep shenanigans are going on there. But we'll start as we often start. You will meet at the Airedale jail, where for once none of you are behind bars, and you've been invited there by the local sheriff. And he looks at you, Sheriff Cletus Fairburg Jr., with a sort of very lazy look in his eye. He's leaning back in a rocking chair, rocking forwards and backwards slightly and going, "Now, none of this makes sense. I don't like a river drying up. This is the second time in a row. I mean, if someone was writing this, you'd think it would be a lazy and contrived prop device. I don't know. I don't like this. There's a boat stuck in there. What are the scouts been drinking exactly? None of that makes sense, but I don't know." And he gestures so that currently it's Pondfond, it is Nigel, and it is Sully currently in the room. He's like, "Now, I hope that you three can get to the bottom of this for me, but I don't know, recently these D&D parties, as they call themselves, they've been getting out of hand, you know? I've been sending y'all off, you've been coming back petrified, I worry for all of you, not least that imp, but I'm sure that they'll be back soon enough, safe and sound, to have me pulling my hair out, but I feel like y'all need someone I can trust with you, you know? So I'm gonna call up a good friend of mine. Aeon, would you like to introduce your character?
So a tall male tabaxi will walk in, black-furred, wearing a leather jerkin and a wide-brimmed hat, which he will tip in the direction of the party.
Well, meowdy, folks. Right pleased to make all your acquaintances. Name's Fletcher, but y'all can call me Roscoe.
Now, Roscoe and I go way back. I mean, and by that I mean at least 6 or 7 days ago. Look, I don't mean to impinge upon your party composition or whatever, but I'm worried about all of y'all. There's a very chaotic element in this town, and it needs a little bit of order. You understand? A little bit of heart to it. Keeping the group together.
Nigel will tip his hat.
So don't you worry, Sheriff. I'll keep an eye on him for you.
That's what I like to hear. Now go on, get on out there and work out why this river's dried up again. I mean, it ain't even summer yet.
Well, folks, y'all heard the man. Let's mosey.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Hunt's already likely inebriated. Sorry, Vinny.
This has not endeared you to the sheriff of the town, who was just saying that he needed a bit of order and sensibility to the party. You've turned up drunk. Okay. So you're obviously free to depart and choose whichever route you like. We have, since the end of the last quest, we've put in some roads, which was something I meant to do a while ago. But we've during the expansion of Airedale, some new roads are in. It's going to make travel a lot easier in general areas. Before you depart, can I have from each of you what sort of role you would take during travel. So example roles are you could be a forager who's trying to keep like food supplies up. You could be a scout who's looking ahead to like stop you stumbling into bogs and marshes and that sort of thing. You could be a lookout who's, sitting in the along with the rest of the group, but like being guided along, but using your eyes to try and spot hidden enemies and ambushes and that sort of thing. Or you can just chill. Or something I've not suggested. Those aren't the limit of the things you can do.
Pondfond being a ranger, I would assume that she would be a scout.
A scout?
I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for threats.
Okay.
Specifically.
I'm also gonna do that. Well, I've got navigator's tool, so I can help you, navigating. So there's that.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, multiple people can do the same thing. That's fine. We'll just have the roll with advantage with whoever's got the highest modifier between you, because it's essentially the help action. And what about Sully?
Yeah, I have a go at some foraging, and depending how drunk Pondford is, I could also do drunk wrangling.
That's a good idea. That is a good idea. The scout is already drunk. You might end up in a river.
Think to bring alcohol. She didn't think into the future at all. So she's now leaving town without alcohol, and she's like, ah.
Well, the worrying thing is your first likely hex is a no longer abandoned vineyard, which is run by Frida.
Hey. Oh, Miss Frida.
So you depart. Where would you like to head off, and how fast are you going? You can go slow, normal, or fast. If you're going fast, then you won't really be able to use stealth or forage, and your passive perception will be lower. Your navigation checks are worse, and lookout checks are worse. But if you go slow, you can use stealth, which means you can sneak up on things.
I think we just go normal speed for now.
Normal,
we're not, we're not expecting any particular danger this close to the town, certainly.
No, that makes sense. Okay, well, at normal pace, you gain 9 tokens. So each hex, while you're on a road, costs 2, and that's it. If you're off the road, it gets a bit more. I'm assuming you're going to be following the road initially, but I mean, it is up to you. You can go wherever you like.
Do we have any indication of where? I mean, the river there's a lot of it. Where about this might be a problem, or do we just follow the course of the river until we hit the thing?
So the scouts have actually seen the boat. They've marked it down on your map where it is. If you scroll down, there is a little token on the map that says the boat, and that is where it is.
Oh man! Oh wow! Okay, sure.
I hadn't seen it either yet. I was too zoomed in on the map.
But there's a road that gets about this far, which could be a fast way for you to get through, and then after that you're trudging through the wilderness.
Cool.
Well, yeah, we'll be trudging through the wilderness either way, so I think the road, taking the road at least shaves off a little bit of travel time.
If we basically spend 8 tokens to get to the mines, and then rest, and then travel, the rest of the way. Yeah.
That makes sense.
That works.
Okay, you travel along the road and you make pretty good time, and by the end of the day, you reach the mines. This was a sort of a cave system here that's quite deep. It hasn't been explored, but people have rested here before and have been safe in doing so. So yeah, you can rest up here for the night. Now I will ask, who's keeping watch and in what order?
Well, Sully can take first watch if you want.
Okay.
She's only got to do the 4-hour trance overnight.
Ah, so you can take 2 watches. Because normally the watch that you can do while resting is about 2 hours worth, which means you have to have 4 separate watches. But as you're trancing, you can take 2 full watches.
I will take a watch.
Okay.
And I suppose I'll take the last one.
Okay. And that leaves Pondfond to sleep and or drink.
Well, Pondfond's sleeping off she no longer has any drink, and she didn't have time to stop
Yeah.
by the vineyard for it. So she's sleeping off the intoxication.
So, for Sully, nothing happens overnight, and you head back to your tent to start your trance. It goes over. I've already forgotten your character's name because I'm not used to it. Aeon, what's your character's name again? It's
Roscoe.
Roscoe. That's it, Roscoe. Roscoe, you're good as well. It's a nice quiet night, peaceful, and lastly we have Parfait. Parfait, you're good too.
Not parfait.
No, it's Nigel. Nigel, you're all good. So, you move on. You gain 1 extra token because you had 1 unspent from yesterday, and you can choose your pace again.
Do we know anything about this area that we're about to head into? I guess not, because there's no sticky notes on it, right?
You know a little bit. For example, this area here was where the Lord of Rotten Ruin was. So Vanston would have reported that back. The party have been through here as well, or one of the parties has, when going on the Queen of Nordmark quest. So that's where they've found this one about the doggo Knave that they met.
Cool.
I think in this hex they were chased by a werewolf, but they later fought and killed that werewolf, so you're probably safe.
Stonk's been down there once as well on the quest where he also got the Stonk water, because he
That's right.
came across the doggo as well. But I'm blanking on which quest that was.
That was
It was
the
the-
Maelstrom one. So that was where a druid was trying to create essentially like a supercell tornado.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So this area is relatively safe. I mean, compared to the area of the swamp where there's a cadaver collector, definitely a lot safer. I mean, but you never know. Like, it's been weeks and weeks since the last party went down this way. There's always the chance something's there.
I think we should go normal pace.
Okay.
You know, I think we want to get this thing sorted.
That's true. That's true. So you'll have 10 tokens this time at normal pace. And choose a hex. I mean, you'll be entering this one. This one here we'll say is hills. This is definitely hills. Then these are swamp. Down to that last one, which is hills. Hills cost 4 tokens. Swamps cost 6 because they really bog you down.
No.
Let's avoid the swamp if we can.
Very good. Yeah. If we go like that way, that route, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes the most sense, I think.
Yep, you'll only have
Yeah.
1 token of swamp then, or 1 hex of swamp compared to going straight down. Okay, so move your token, and that will cost you hills 4 tokens, so you'll have 6 remaining after that. So, as you come through, can I get a perception check, please, from the person with the... So, of the 2 people who are lookouts, who has got the highest perception score?
I got +6.
Plus
Yeah,
5
I
for
had +2 on that.
+2. Okay, so
Nice.
it'll be Nigel. Pondfond, you're not on lookout. You were on scouting. So you're doing path scouting, essentially.
Oh.
Path finding. And Nigel, you can roll with advantage because you have assistance from Roscoe.
It's a good thing I can roll with advantage because the first one was a natural 1.
That would have been funny.
Natural 20.
Natural
For a
20. Okay,
26.
great. Let me load up a map, but you're not necessarily in combat, but it'll give you the lay of the land. So that you can make some decisions.
I got jump scared by Themberchod eating my dice. I forgot that was going to happen.
Ignore that red circle. That red circle was where I was going to say you could spawn if you didn't see them coming. So what I will say is, let me actually roll the checks for their stealth. Okay, good. Okay, you definitely spotted them. So let me put some tokens down for you. Okay, for Nordmark tokens. I don't think I've got Parfait and Sully's ones uploaded, so I can quickly drag those in a sec, but I'll put up Stonks at least initially. So you lot are down here, approaching. We'll also need to put a token down for Roscoe. Do I have anything? There we go, there's a hat. You can have the sorcerer token because of the hat.
That's fine.
And I will just very quickly upload the tokens for Sully and for Nigel. Although it's actually going to be Parfait. Wow, it decided it would be huge. And there's Sully. That's because I imported you as a mount. That's not right. There we go. Right, so... yeah, so you're about there. You're so far back that you've seen them coming, but as you didn't arrive stealthily, you also know that they know you're here. So you see, first of all, there is this knight hiding in the bushes on horseback. I say on horseback, it's ready to mount up. Hiding in the bushes. And there are some bandits further up the hill and some on the opposite side of the road as well. And you need to get through there. You are not stealthing, so they have seen you, but they don't know that you know they're there.
What the hell?
What would you like to do?
Hmm.
I'm gonna leave the tactical thinking to someone who's had more sleep than I have.
Fair.
Not much more here. The Hunces are horses, I imagine.
Yes, I was just being silly.
Oh, right. I see. So there's bandits on both sides of the river. Okay.
Bandits on both sides. So those are armed with both bows and with, I think, short swords. And the knight is melee only.
Do we want them to know that we've seen them or not? Because this wasn't Sully's role, because if it was, she would have gone, yoo-hoo, at, like, the nearest person. So someone might need to tell her to shut up.
Well,
so there's a drunk wrangler and a Sully wrangler.
Yeah, it's mutual aid.
I like it.
oh, this is clearly an ambush. They want maybe money or something. I'd say Parfait would try to, peacefully negotiate, but I'm a pirate right now, so I would probably peacefully negotiate my mace into their face, but I'm gonna let someone else.
Yeah, Pondfond is also not much for negotiating or diplomacy.
We don't want to walk
Or
into the
anything.
ambush, right? That's basically the thing here. We don't want to walk up here and get owned. So I think we should go around, but I don't know what way we should go around. I think not letting them know that we know they're there does not actually give us much tactical advantage. Because what that means is walking into this area and getting jumped.
Yeah.
Would be bad.
Mhm.
So, what if... Right, I think the two options we have are go up around here and challenge them, or attempt to... I think attempting to cross the river is probably unwise.
Probably.
Still, I'm assuming there is still some water, even though the
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
Nick, how deep is the river right now?
The river here, you can get through by running through it, but it will be difficult terrain, so it'll be double your movement cost to get through. But you can get through
but
it.
if we did that, right, before a fight breaks out, essentially, going around these guys, we might, have a conversation with these guys over here, but that's fine.
Yeah. It's worth noting, you know that they are all looking at you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
If you do
But
cross
then-
the river, they may strike.
Okay, but if they do strike, then
You'll be on
they've
the
got to
opposite
cross the
side of the
river as
river.
well.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That is true. You
So-
will have a terrain advantage.
I think that puts us in the best position.
These like lines here, they're all like 10-foot high cliff edges and such. They
Alright.
can be climbed. That's fine. Again, difficult terrain to climb it, but that'll give you a height advantage over people and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There's a. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
there's
find the
a
pointer here.
ford
Is
here,
this
fording
Roscoe?
point there.
Oh, no way. All right, cool.
That's what
'cause
I was
there's-
thinking. Yeah. Roscoe.
Yeah, right there and
Yeah, I
there.
think we
There's
just
no
over it then.
line.
Just go straight across here, and then up and towards the northwest.
Okay. What I will have you do then is roll initiative now. I think because you're not doing what they're expecting you to do, I'm going to count them as being surprised.
Great.
Yay.
All right.
Alright, let me add a bunch of people to the initiative tracker.
It's 11 on initiative. Right.
Oh, I was thinking Blue's gonna have huge initiative again, but you're not playing the face. So.
Nope.
Oh, Roscoe has huge
Good God.
initiative. Pondfond's got huge initiative. Pondfond's got good initiative too.
Sully does not.
Playing that.
Or just name your tokens so that it pops up on the initiative tracker. Nigel. Roscoe. Is it Roscoe with an E on the end?
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
I swear the sheriff and the Roscoe set up was some kind of reference, but I can't remember what.
It's not.
Nope, not intentionally. Who is Rogue? Have I not named someone? Nigel Pondfond. Something is a rogue. I'm not sure what.
Roscoe's in the initiative track.
Oh, there's one all the way up here at the top of the map, apparently, that I just didn't delete at the end. Okay, so, Roscoe, you are up first.
Hell yeah. No, I used to go in
And-
first. Shit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. I've got a new character, and I don't know how all the stuff works. Right. I've got 30-20 speed. Does that mean I can go really fast, or is that normal? Normal. 30 is normal, isn't it?
30 is normal.
Everyone's got 30. If you're not
Yeah.
a dwarf or something. Right. Okay. Yeah. We count squares for a second.
Yep, no worries.
I guess I can only go as far as into the river, basically. Oh yeah. Wait. River imposes a movement penalty, right?
That's right. So each square through there will cost as much as if it was 2 squares. So
Okay.
10 feet for each square. Remember, you can dash if you need to go double your movement speed.
I might actually do that, because I want to be over there.
Yeah.
I've also got some movement stuff to do with. I'm sorry, I won't be this annoying every turn.
That's all right.
But I've got some movement stuff to do. I've got feline agility. That's the thing I've got.
Ooh.
Double your movement.
Okay.
All you got to do to get it back is stay still.
Yeah. When you move on your turn, you can double your speed until the end of the turn. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until you move 0 feet on one of your turns. So that's really good for this, because if you double it and you dash, that doubles both of them.
Good God. Right. Okay. I'm glad I checked that. Right.
Yeah.
So that gives me an absurd number of squares. Sorry. And I've got to work out that. Okay. Wait. So. Right. So normally I would move 6 squares. Let's just count squares, right?
Yeah. Normally you'd go
If
6.
I dash, I move 12.
Yeah.
If I feel an agility dash, I move 24.
Yeah.
But some of that is river. So
Yeah.
let me just sit and count this for 7 minutes.
What I would recommend doing is just start at 24 squares and then just count them down as you move through.
Okay, wait. I've got it.
Yeah.
Right. So if I get all the way to there, that is a total of 13 squares,
Okay.
I think.
So I now
it'd be
have
1, 2,
11 remaining.
5, 6, 7, 8,
So
9,
I'm just going to position
10.
myself up here.
That's great.
I think that's the best place right now.
Also, something worth noting for you as a tabaxi on a map like this, those bits where I said it's difficult terrain to climb up, it's not difficult terrain for you. You have a climbing speed, which means you can just go up there.
That's pretty
fine.
good. I'll be using that later, probably. Okay.
Yeah, because I think you're the only person here with a climbing speed, so it's one of the few times it's ever come up.
Cool. Okay. Right.
That's great.
I'm not going to do any violence this turn because everyone's too far away.
And you dashed.
Yeah, and I dashed.
Okay, Pondfond, over to you.
Pondfond's also gonna dash.
That sounds good.
So she doesn't have a climbing speed. She's been put here on this.
You can put yourself
center
on one of the squares. Yeah, don't worry about that. You can.
Okay. So 10 to get into the river, and then it's
10 per square in the river. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of
20,
wading through.
30,
The water's kind of up to your
40.
thighs. Yeah.
I guess it's 10 also to leave. Or
It'd be 5 to leave at that point because you're entering a square that's not water.
45. 50. 55. 60. That's twice her normal speed. So with the dash, that's her
Is your normal
movement.
speed 40 because you're a ranger?
Her sheet says 30.
35,
I don't-
45, 55. If you're at 60, you're there, going from the maps.
I think.
But pretty close. Yeah, you obviously bonus action, but otherwise that's it.
Well, her bonus action would be something like Hunter's Mark or whatever, but well, the Slayer's. Can she see one of the bandits? No, they're too far away.
You can see all the bandits, but if they're too far away, then don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We'll go to the
that's
knight then. The knight is like rushing to try and get on the horse. Realistically, isn't getting on the horse because this is just a description of his surprise. But yeah, it's just like scrabbling and looks panicked. The bandits are kind of lying there looking like they're not 100% sure what's going on yet. They're looking towards the knight, looking for instruction. You get the feeling there's clearly a power dynamic here. We go to Nigel.
Nigel is gonna just follow the group at the moment and do his best to get across the river.
Yep.
So that would be 5, 10, 15,
Then 25,
25. Yep, and then dash,
35,
dash out of the river.
55. There we go.
I think I can make it here.
Yep, that's 60. That's good.
Yep, and then bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Ooh, I don't have Sully on the initiative. I will just add Sully. Sully, what was your initiative roll?
I was 6 total.
6 total. Okay, well, at least we haven't missed you yet. Sorry, back to you, Nigel.
Yeah. Bonus action, spiritual weapon,
Okay.
and I will just. I'm too tired to think of what it would look like, so let's just say a bunch of floating gold coins.
That sounds great. Bunch of floating gold coins. I like that. Yep. And your spiritual weapon appears. Do you want me to put a token down for where that is?
Yeah.
Um,
Let's.
If I give you the rogue, you can just move that to where you want it. It's got to be anywhere within 60 feet of you.
It'll be a little bit up ahead.
Okay, that sounds great. 2 more bandits are looking surprised, but they're a little slower on the initiative. That's these 2 over here. And then we go to Sully. Sully, you've been abandoned on the side of the road.
Fine, I'm going to run off, follow the shiny things there that Nigel just conjured. If I move just like straight diagonals, That's going to be so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, that's where Nigel is. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can get just above there. So I'm assuming that's before a climb.
Yeah, that'll be before a climb for you.
Yeah. So that's my total for a dash.
Okay.
No bonus.
Sounds good. We go to the top to Roscoe.
Cool. Yeah. I think we're going to approach the group that's in this direction.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not even indicating. So up here. So
Okay.
I was going to end up about here, I think.
Okay.
Can I... No, if I'm ready in action, I have to be really specific about what it is and when it happens. So I don't want to make that decision right now, so I'm just not going to do anything.
Okay, that's fair. What you can do to increase your chances of survival is use your action to dodge, which means attacks against you have disadvantage.
Incredible. I will completely do that.
Okay, we go to Pondfond.
Pondfond. I think she wouldn't want to be lagging behind, so she's still gonna dash. Uh, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Nice, just sprinting along.
Yeah. And she's looking at Roscoe. Why are you dodging?
Roscoe's like ready. Okay, we go to the knight. The knight mounts his horse and goes 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then dashes. Horses go fast in combat. 5, and that's into water, so that's going to be 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, and then I'm going to call that 60 because that's entering onto the mud. But that's as far as the knight can go. Does the knight have anything ranged? No, dashed, so it doesn't matter. So that's the knight. And we go to the bandits. So the bandits have eyes on you. You are going to be at long range, I think, though. So it's... Let me just check. 85, 90 feet, 105, 110 feet. Okay, yeah, you're going to be at long range, so this is going to be a disadvantage. They ready their light crossbows, and they're going to strike. So there's 3 of them. So 1 against Roscoe, 1 against Pondfond, and 1 against Sully, I think, because you're the closest 3. So first against Roscoe.
Dodging like crazy.
Dodging like crazy. That is a 17 to hit, even with disadvantage.
Oh.
I mean, I need to actually look at what my AC is. Oh man, that hits. It sucks. Wait, yeah, okay, yeah, that hits, I think.
Take 3 slashing damage. No, piercing
Ow.
damage. 3 piercing damage.
Okay.
Against Pondfond. That's lower. That's an 8 to hit. Against Sully.
Yeah, no.
That's really low as well. That's a 10 to hit. Which I'm assuming won't hit Sully either. Unless Sully is naked.
Even naked, I don't think that would actually.
That's the point. Yeah, you'd add your dex modifier, wouldn't you? So those 3 have just shot. So these crossbow bolts are thick and fast coming out of the clearing. That's all 3 of their goes. They are going to use their movement to move up to their horses. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they've all got enough movement to get on their horses. And the fun thing about your movement when you get on a horse is you can then use the horse's movement.
Cheating.
They should have done this before shooting, to be quite honest. Oh, come on, Ranger. Get on the... Oh, you've ruined it, Ranger.
You're not the smartest bandits.
I'll fix that guy later. 10,
He's not
15,
passed his
20,
license yet. Give him a break.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. They can't dash, obviously, because they've used their action to do that. Oh, this lad is also... I'll fix all these guys, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So they're beasting it down this this little embankment, heading towards the river. They're getting a little closer. I'm just going to detach them and try and... You know what? It's broken now. It's fine.
I've got little learner plates on the horsey butts.
There we go. We go to Nigel. I'll pop that one in. What's happening, Nigel?
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh,
I was
no
just
worries.
checking if thaumaturgy was an action or a bonus action. Turns out it's an action.
Yeah.
So, knowing they were there and hearing a horse run up behind me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, this doesn't have to end with you meeting Morian, but it can be arranged.
Yes.
That is me fully trying to intimidate them, and I will just
Okay.
keep on my way.
Roll me an intimidation check, please. Against a knight in plate mail.
Oh, only a 10.
I'm afraid that doesn't work, but it was close, actually. It was an 11 for the knight.
So I will just keep moving.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mhm. Okay.
And right next to my spiritual weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and I will shoot the horse with a crossbow.
Very good. You can target the horse. That's absolutely valid.
Oh, that's not going to hit. It's only an 8, maybe.
An 8 won't hit a horse, I'm afraid. Right, quickly adding horses to my little HP tracker. In case you want to kill the horses. Which is something you could definitely do. Yeah, you can target a horse. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
It was just a warning shot.
ethically, there's a lot wrong with it, but there's...
Yeah, I was about to say morally it's not a good thing.
But yeah, a good warning shot. The horse rears up a little bit, but is kept under control by its rider. Okay, we get a bandits E and D. They are not going to get on their horses just yet. They're going to move under this tree and take aim at Pondfond and Roscoe. So they are within range. So Roscoe's still at disadvantage anyway because of dodging. But Pondfond's won't be at disadvantage. So against Roscoe, natural 2. That's not happening. And against Pondfond, I only roll one of these. And that's a nat 20.
Oh, that's gonna hit, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. So let me roll your damage. Okay, so the crossbow roll goes straight into your chest, and you take 11 piercing damage.
Oh, that's not good.
Don't
That's there goes.
Oh,
We go to Sully.
Oh, if only I was level 6, I could have canceled that crit.
That's going to be very good later.
Level up, please. Can I potentially do what Nigel did, but do the horse?
You what? Try to intimidate the horse?
Yeah, be like, go on, bugger off.
Yeah. Sure. You're Are you a Furbolg or are you a Ladrin? Eladrin. Okay, I was going to say Furbog would have a better chance. You have got sort of a fey connection, so why not? A Furbog's got a really good chance because they can literally talk to animals.
I mean, I'm orange at the moment. I look like a giant carrot, if that helps.
So he's going to want to eat you. That's not helpful. You're lucky Parfay's not on this mission.
You can't hurt food. You have to be nice to it so you can eat it.
Well, roll me intimidation. I will say the DC is going to be pretty hard because this is like a mount trained for combat. But I like the idea. Please do give it a go.
Oh, that's 20!
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
So here's what happens: the horse rears up, knocking. Actually, there's something about mounted combat. When this happens, there is something for it. Yeah, you get a save to not fall off. Yeah. Dexterity saving throw, which knights are not very good at, but has passed. So the knight is remaining on the horse, isn't just dumped off the horse, but the horse is going to use its reaction to run to the other side of the river.
Oh, bugger off. No more arrows at you.
And then once it's to the other side of the river, the knight's had enough time to get control of it again. It's like, come on! Ah! Turns it around and looks like the knight is going to be aiming directly at you. And in fact, the knight points at you and shouts, "Riddle that one with arrows!" Which is silly because they've got crossbows, but you know. That's great. I will say that takes your action, but you can still move and all that.
Yes, I will move. But like pulling faces that night across the river, like, "Oh, you're such a mean tin bastard."
Yes.
Then,
Well,
it'll be that first square is the climb for 10 foot.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then that takes the 30, I think.
Yep, that takes you to 30. That's good.
Whoop.
And we
And
go
as I'm
to
in Nigel's way there, do you want me to move? Or...
No, you're good.
Cool.
we go to Roscoe.
All right. I think I'm going to take aim at the bandit that shot Pondfond.
Yep. Okay, that's a good idea.
That's my plan right now.
Yeah.
So I am going to crossbow that bandit.
Okay, that sounds great. They're not hiding or anything. They're actually stood up, so you know there's no disadvantage or anything on the shot as long as you're
That's
within
okay.
range,
Range
which
for
you
crossbow, right? I don't need to use a longbow or anything.
are. Have you got a light or a heavy crossbow? Actually, I think it's the same range anyway. Minimum range for a crossbow is 80 feet, and they are 70 and 75. So, yep, they're well within.
Cool. All right, let's go for it. A 16.
16 hits.
Cool. I do add dex to that damage roll as well, right?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Checking. That's fine. Six.
6 damage. Okay, and that was against Bandit D. So 6 damage and thunk. You get them through the chest just like they got Pondfond. This bandit falls back, lands on his ass before slowly getting back up, but is bleeding heavily. In other words, is bloodied.
That's fine.
Good shot. Anything else?
Let me. Yeah. Actually, wait. Can I action surge and fire again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Well, why not then? Let's try that. So I'm gonna aim at the other bandit.
Okay,
The one next
sure.
to him.
Yep, against Bandit E.
Yeah. That's gonna be a miss, right? 8.
That doesn't hit, I'm afraid. Yeah.
No problem. That's fine. I probably
Okay.
actually shouldn't be able to do that because of reloading the heavy crossbow or something, but whatever, it didn't work, so no problem.
Yeah, actually, possibly because they've got the loading thing.
Okay, I'll remember that for next time.
Oh no, actually, because you're making 2 actions, yeah, you can. If you have extra attack, which you'll get later as a fighter, you can only use it once. But because it's per action, you can only fire 1 shot, is what
Okay.
loading
No
means.
problem.
So actually, you're fine. And because you haven't moved, you get your feature back.
Oh, great.
The feline
No problem.
agility.
Cool. That's my turn.
Pondfond, over to you.
Pondfond looks down at the crossbow bolt that's now embedded in her chest, and she's like, "Oh no, you didn't!" And she draws her longbow and
Yes.
fires it back.
Okay. So you're aiming at Bandit D.
Yep. And it's gonna be a
A 12. That's exactly what you need to hit. They are not wearing much armor, so these bandits are wearing leather armor.
Well, that's a good thing then. And she's going to hit for
8 damage.
damage.
So you
Oh, wow.
draw a B with a longbow and you let loose this arrow and it goes straight in this bandit's leg and the bandit drops to the ground and dies.
Well, look at who took an arrow to the leg.
Yeah, there used to be a bandit just like you. Anything else, Pondfond, before we go to the knight, who is once again trying to cross the river?
Yeah, no, that's Pondfond's turn.
Okay, we go to the knight. So the knight's going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, and is going to dash to get to here. I can't be asked to do the maths. It's less than 60. It's less than 12 squares to get you there. That's where the knight is going, but is not able to attack. Over to the bandits on horseback. They're coming up as well. No, you don't. You're not doing this to me. You're gonna attach properly, all right? No. All right. You know what? To hell with you lot. Come with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. That one's in the river. Are going to let me move? Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. Swear to God. Owlbear, come on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 55, and we'll stop there. They're getting into the river. They've not dashed, so they're gonna ready their crossbows and fire. The closest shots at the moment. Let me just check something. They were told to aim at Sully. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're out of range for a special effect, but all 3 of them are going to fire at Sully.
Oh no.
Yay.
Oof.
Oh no.
Because that's what the knight told him to do. So first one against Sully. That's a 13 to hit. Second one against Sully, 6. Third one against Sully, unnatural 20. I'm assuming only the 20 hits?
AC 15, so...
Yeah, only the 20. Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage. And this one gets you in the arm. As they come on in, we go to Nigel.
Okay. Can I use command on a horse without the ability to speak to animals?
No.
Oh.
You've got to be able to talk to him.
Okay. Okay.
Spell has no
Well-
effect if it doesn't understand your language. Yeah, just double check.
Well, don't you know, horses speak common. spiritual weapon is going to attack him.
Okay.
Try and knock him off the horse, I guess.
Sounds good.
Man. Yeah, how do I roll spiritual? There it is. 16?
16 will not hit, I'm afraid.
All right.
Like, deftly parries it away without using its parry reaction, which is something else.
And then action command on the knight.
Okay.
To flee.
That is a charisma saving throw, right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, okay.
14.
That is a... Where's Wiz? That is a 19, I'm afraid.
Damn. Alright.
But a good idea.
Well,
absolutely. A good idea,
yeah.
but sometimes the dice are just not with you.
Yeah, the idea was make him have to run back across the river again.
Just take it in turns. Everyone has a go at getting the knight to run back across the river. Okay.
And then I'll just keep moving, taking the opportunity attack.
Okay, the knight swings its great sword at you. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Swings this massive great sword down with two hands.
And I will just stay behind them, I guess.
Okay.
The idea is get close to Pondfond in case, they go down, I can heal them up.
Sure, that makes sense. Bandit E's a little pissed off that his friend's dead, so he's getting on the horse, as much as that will annoy me personally. Get him to do it this time, right, and then going every time. 5, 10, actually I think that is a wall there, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, coming along like that. And is well within range to shoot, but is there enough range to shoot Sully? Yes. Okay. It's been told to. Sully, I'm going to give you half cover because there are people in the way. So you'll have +2 to your AC.
Nice.
That is not actually a great shot. That's 14, and your AC is 15 normally. So yeah, that misses as well. This crossbow bolt just goes past your ear. Okay, and it's over to you, Sully. Got a big armored knight on a horse with a massive sword staring right down at you.
Oh, no. We will not have this. Bonus action, rage.
Yes.
Which will do a thing. Let me find out what that does. 3.
Oh yes, you're a wild magic barbarian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's flumps.
It's what?
The flumps. An intangible spirit which looks like a flump or pixie appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice that you can see within 30 foot. At
Excellent.
the end of
I'll
your
put a token
turn,
down
the
and you can
spirit
put it where you
explodes. Get flumped.
There you go. Have a boom flump. You can put that wherever you want within range.
30 foot unfortunately does not let me help out with any of those archers, so it's going on him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that's great.
Not think they're going to be flumps.
I was picturing like marshmallows because of the flump marshmallows, though.
They look really weird. Flumps.
Thank you.
They're cute. They're also one of the very few good aligned creatures in the Underdark. Like, they're friendly by default. And you are about to make one explode.
There's a pirate captain Flump in Spelljammer.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Also, just so you know,
I'll send you the
before
art.
this thing dies, it has an intelligence of 14. So actually, it's a very sentient and sapient creature, right? It has a language. It speaks with telepathy. So in your head, what you're hearing right now is, "Yay! I get to live!" And we'll go to Roscoe.
Tiger is an intangible spirit that looks like a flump or pixie.
Okay,
Looks
fair enough.
like-
Fair enough. All right, it doesn't sound like one then. Okay.
I just conjure up these poor, like, Mr. Meeseeks characters.
Yeah. All right, Roscoe. Oh, sorry, Sully. Did you have something else?
Yes, I'm raging so that I can then have at thee.
Of course, rage is a bonus action. I'm being silly. Yeah.
So it's if he's on a horse, but Sully is very, very tall, can she still take a swing at him and not the horsey?
Yeah, that's fine. No matter what your height is, you can always aim at the rider when targeting a mounted combatant.
Excellent. I'm going to try and crack open this tin can. It's going to get out her wood-cutting axe, also known as Slashly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
Dee, get the dice, please. I roll. Oh, Sully.
Oh.
That's
Isn't there-
unfortunate.
Wah, wah.
Isn't there flanking from the flump?
No.
Yeah.
It's intangible.
And the spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapons also can't flank. Creatures can flank, but it is not a creature.
Oh,
It could flank if it was going to get sentience and a spoken language, but
Yeah.
I can't cope. So Sully's staying put, and then
Yeah.
the flump look-alike explodes.
Yep,
So that would
and
be,
you don't in your hear in your head. I just wanted to lick. You don't hear that,
Don't do
so
it.
it's fine.
then it's fully come true, but
Discord killed it, unfortunately.
Oh,
It got
Disco
noise
killed it.
filtered.
You don't hear it. You don't hear it. It's fine.
It'll be a dex save.
Deck save. Okay. Knight's not great at those, although has been passing them well. Oh no, not this time. That's a 7.
Get flumped. Yes.
How much damage is the knight taking from this?
That is 5 force damage.
5 force damage. Great. That's the first bit of damage against the knight. And the knight looks like shocked as this flump appears. Like, this happens in 6 seconds. Within 6 seconds, right, Sully screams at him, a flump appears behind him, and then explodes. Nothing normal is happening right now to this knight. He's having a bad time. Oh, wait, sorry. That flump, is it all creatures within 5 feet? Because if so, the horse has to make a save as well.
Ooh, oh yeah, each creature.
Let me do one for the horse. That's a 4. So
Oh no! Oh, I don't feel good about this.
so the knight's horse is going to take also 5 points of force damage. It's not bloodied yet. It's still up, but yeah. What an incredible turn. Roscoe, over to you.
Right, so the flump is now gone, right?
Yeah, it's gone
Oh,
now.
no,
To make sure.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll delete that off there.
Right, here's what I want to do. Hang on, I gotta think of this for a second. Yeah, alright. I think I want to feel... Right, okay, hang on. How do horses interact with flanking, Nick? If I somehow get all the way back here, let's
Yeah.
say if I feel an agility.
That would
Do I
count as
flank the
flanking against the knight, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to do that.
The knight effectively has the same space as the horse, so can attack as
No
if it's a
problem.
large creature while it's mounted.
Get over there. Alright.
Okay.
However, I'm now going to... I want to evaluate some stupid ideas. What mechanism would I use if I wanted to do something like get the knight off the horse?
Okay, that would be a grapple. So that would be
Right.
your athletics versus the knight's either athletics or acrobatics.
I got some athletics, so all right.
You could
Can I bring the
alternatively
whip
do a
into it?
shove as well. That's an alternative. So that's done exactly the same way. Athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
All right. Can I bring the whip into this, or is that too stupid? Is that
So you want to
not
just
help?
sort of like whip around the knight and then pull him off of
Pretty
the horse?
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah, I think that's fine. Like, there are literally spells about doing that sort of thing, so I think doing that with an actual whip is a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
Amazing. Okay, I'm going to make just mean making a whip attack then?
So what I'll say is, make the whip attack. If you hit, I will give the knight a save to not fall off the horse, which I think is
sounds
how
perfect.
Thorn Whip and all that works.
Okay, makes total sense.
But the whip will still do damage if you hit anyway,
Okay,
even if it
also fine.
passes the save.
19.
19. So what you do is you curl up the whip. You go to lash out, and the knight slashes with the great sword, knocking the whip just to the side of him, using his parry reaction to add 2 to his AC.
Ah, fuck yeah. Right, okay.
But you have advantage, so do roll
Oh,
again.
I do have advantage. Oh, yeah, no way.
Because
All right.
if you can beat 20 is his new AC. In
Right.
fact, actually he can't. No, yeah, because it's not 2 attacks. Sorry.
Okay.
If you beat 20, then it'll hit.
I did not, I'm afraid.
Unfortunate. So yeah, parries it
It was a
away.
fun idea.
Oh yeah. The knight is designed to be one of those things that's really hard to kill.
Sure. I wasn't trying to kill him, that was the thing. I was trying to, just
No, that's
fuck around with
true. But
him.
yeah,
Ruin his day. All right, cool.
this is the thing that they are very good at, unfortunately.
No problem. That's me, I think.
Okay, over to Pondfond. There's a lot of horses coming your way.
Yeah. There are. And there's a knight behind us, but he's being handled by Sully and Roscoe. But yeah, the horses and more importantly the bandits on top of them are
Yeah.
an issue. I had a thought, but I kind of don't want to split the party. Probably a bad idea. I think Pondfond is also gonna go face the knight.
Okay.
The problem is she's holding her longbow.
You can swap. That's fine.
Okay, so she swaps to her 2 short swords.
Yep.
And
You're ready
she
to go.
attacks the main one
Yep. Strike at the knight.
for. Ooh.
A 13 won't hit. That armor is good.
Yeah. Crappy rolls.
So with your bonus
And,
action, you can obviously now take an additional swing. It's the same to hit roll, but your damage roll won't add your dexterity.
It will with 2 weapon fighting.
Oh yeah,
right?
you just took 2 weapon fight. We were just talking about this as well. I don't know what my brain is doing.
It's okay. Yeah. So, same roll.
Sorry, hold on a sec. Can you re-roll the original one? Because you've got advantage from Roscoe.
Oh, right.
And then re-roll the second one as well. Because they both have advantage. Okay, that first
Well,
one
now
hits.
the good rolls are coming.
That first one hits. Roll the second one as well, and then we'll do damage all in one go. Because I assume you're going to attack twice regardless.
Yeah.
Hits.
There are the good rolls.
There we go. So they both hit. So you do 2d6 and then plus your dex mod.
Yeah. 2d6 plus 10.
No,
Twice
2d6
the
plus... Oh, yeah. No, yeah, plus 10. We were just talking about this, Nick. Come on. I can learn things, I promise. Yeah, 2d6 plus 10. Absolutely. Oh, dear.
Well,
All right,
the plus
14 points of damage on the knight. That's great. So you go with your short swords, cutting and just finding the gaps in the knight's armor. And the knight sort of reels back a little bit and is now going to issue a decree that all of the archers focus on you.
Don't attack my friend. She's still thinking that they're onto Sully.
Right. It's the knight's go. The knight is going to use its multi-attack, but first it is going to try to knock Roscoe prone. So, Roscoe, what I'm going to need is either an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is better for you.
Cool.
And you'll be trying to beat the athletics of the knight.
All right.
So you got to beat a 17. Or equal
well.
or beat a 17.
See how this goes. I have.
Boom. So the knight goes to shove you with the back of the blade, but yeah, no, you're I presume you used athletics there.
That was acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
So
You dodge out the way. And it can't find purchase on you at all. So he's unable to shove you, which is unfortunate because if he'd knocked you prone, he'd have had an advantage on his next attack. But the next attack is going to come in at you. No, Pondfond. I think failing to attack, he's annoyed. He's going to try and strike you. So with the old greatsword, let's see. That is a 16 to hit.
Against who?
This is against Roscoe.
Shit. 16. That hits.
Okay. That is going to be 7 points of slashing damage. Not much.
Okay.
And then we go to bandits A, B, and C. Do they want to move with? Yeah, there we go. So 10, 15, jump to not have to run through the water. 20, 25, and then I think they're going to go straight in for Nigel. 30. They're not scimitars. They're not good at this, but they'll do their best. 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, okay. Bandit A is going 5, 10, 15, jump. 20, 25, 30, coming in like that. This one's got way further to go, though, so it's probably not going to you. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 with the jump. And is going to use its short bow instead. So A and C are going to use their swords. A against Sully. C against Nigel. B's going to put a bow into Pondfond. So the knight is near enough to them that his leadership aura is active, which means everyone attacking gets an additional D4. So, A against Sully first. That is natural 17 plus numbers. That is an unnatural 20 against Sully. C against Nigel will do. That is a natural 20. And B against Pondfond. That's terrible. That's a 2 plus 3 plus 3. So 8. So not against Pondfond, but against Sully and Nigel, those are going to be hits. And the one against Nigel is a crit.
Oh no.
Okay. So the one against Nigel will do first. So the scimitar is their weakest weapon. So you take 7 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And the one against Pondfond, a slightly
Sully?
stronger weapon, you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Wasn't it against Sully?
Oh, sorry. No. Yeah, sorry, that was against Sully. I rolled the wrong die as well because it was a slashing. Sorry. You're quite right. You don't take that damage. Sully, you take 7 slashing damage, which, as you're raging, is halved.
Rounded to 4 then.
Rounded to 3. You
3.
round down for halves.
That's all.
Yep. Okay, so that's the leadership applied, and we go to Nigel.
Nigel would like to request we take a quick break.
Yeah, sure. Can do. We can go to a break now.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll be back
No
in a
worries.
minute.
I'll put us on the break stream. We'll take our break now. We'll be 10 minutes before we would have had a break anyway, so it's not that far off. No worries.
Yeah.
So, we return
Okay.
to Nigel's turn.
Yes. Bonus action potions, right?
Potions are full actions.
Okay, potion. Sorry, I was thinking of the other campaign.
Yeah, no worries.
Potions are full actions. So, let's see. What is that a thing I want to do an action or a bonus? Sorry, I've only played Nigel once in the April Fool special.
Yeah, don't worry. It's
Alright.
there's a lot of new things to pick up. Don't worry too much.
Well, see, it's funny. The thing I wanted to do was actually a bonus action. So, action healing potion.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I still have the greater healing potion from Baboonless.
You may as well use it, yeah.
Yeah. There's no button to hit, whatever. I'm going to heal with the greater healing potion and 44 plus 4. So. I hope I get good.
Drum roll.
13. Not bad.
13?
Not
Yes.
terrible. Yeah, so that puts me almost back to full.
That's great.
And then Nigel's gonna grip his mask, speak back to the night. I warned you. And Celestial Revelation.
Ooh.
Necrotic Shroud.
Okay, I think I make a save. Is that right?
Everything in range of my choice makes a save.
Oh, even better. Okay, hold on. Let me get the stats ready because I'm going to have to do it for the horses, presumably, as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Charisma
Okay.
saving throw 14.
Charisma. Let me start with the horses because they're really bad at charisma. What is the range? I assume it's everything around here. Is Bandit E going to be affected?
Bandit E is not going to be affected.
Okay, so we'll start with Bandit B's horse. Failed. Got a 2. Bandit C's horse. Succeeded. Got a 16. Bandit A's horse. Got a 12. The Knight's horse. Got a 2. Let's go to the bandits themselves. Bandit B. Actually did okay. Got a natural 16 and I think have a plus to dex. Yeah. Not dex, sorry. Whiz. No. Don't have. Charisma. I know words. Don't have a plus, but a 16 I think passes. Bandit C's got a 16 as well. Bandit A has got a 15, and the Knight has absolutely whiffed it with a 6. So what happens?
They are all frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
The ones that failed, yeah?
Yep.
Sorry, the Knight has advantage
And I do-
on saving throws against being frightened, so I will just roll again, because the Knight has the Brave trait. Rolled worse. Okay, so the Knight is frightened as well. I'm going to put a
And I
little
also
yellow
do
ring on.
bonus of 2 necrotic damage when I attack it with an attacker spell.
Okay, that sounds great. So it was this one. The first horse succeeded somehow. Third horse succeeded. All the other horses failed. The DC was 16, 15. I can't remember the number. What was it?
DC was 14.
14. Okay, so the bandits all passed and the knight whiffed it. Okay. So all those marked in yellow are frightened of you and can take the extra necrotic damage.
Yeah. Also, anyone takes the necrotic damage. They don't have to be frightened of me.
Oh,
This
okay.
just lasts. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah.
Well, that was my action. Yeah, that was my action and bonus action.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I mean, moving wouldn't do me any good. They're on horses. They'd catch right back up.
That is true. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here
Okay.
and raise my shield.
We go to Bandit E, who is going to move slightly closer, so 5. 10. So he's going to run into here, so they're just within range of the knight's chivalrous aura. Who are they going to strike at? There's a lot of cover on the field. There's no clear line of sight on anyone. I'm going to have them strike. It was Pondfond was the knight's orders, so... Pondfond, I'm giving you half cover, so you've got +2 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
That, however, is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, the half cover doesn't.
That D4 will do a lot sometimes. So that is going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Pondfond is bloody.
And we go to Sully. Horse friends!
Oh, right. Flum friend. Because that happens again.
Oh, does that happen every turn? That's amazing. Let me.
Yep.
There's no point in me deleting this flump. Let me bring it out, and we'll just make it a permanent thing. The flump
Just keeps exploding.
just keeps exploding. Obviously, you can position that wherever you want. It doesn't have to be
Nice.
next to the knight.
Well, if I put it's a 30-foot range, does is that 30 foot?
That's 25 feet from you, so yeah, you can put it there.
Lovely. Because I'm hoping it'll just freak out, Bandit E or Bandit Echo.
Yeah, I mean,
And then-
it would freak people out, yeah.
Just more than the fact that it exists at all. And then I will take a swing at Mr. Tin Can again. Come on, roll a bit better this time, Sully. Oh, fuck! Nah! Nope, she still can't get him.
You
Yeah.
only have advantage because I'm standing here.
Oh yeah, roll again because you have. Oh no, sorry, the other horses have come in. This is now a big old melee.
Ah, piss. All right.
Dang. Okay. And then end of her turn. So it's another dex save for the two
Dex
bandits
save.
that are within 5 foot.
And their horses.
And their horses.
So I'll start with the
Again, I don't feel
bandits. So Bandit B has rolled. All right, a 16. Bandit C has rolled worse, an 11. And the horses. Bandit B's horse has rolled awful, a 2, and Bandit C's horse has rolled a nat 20. An absolute champion.
Wait,
That is a motivated horse.
is that an ability check or a save?
It's a saving
It's
throw.
a dex save, yeah.
Okay.
Target is 13.
Okay, so Bandit B failed. Bandit B's horse failed. I think Bandit C failed as... No, Bandit C did alright. Bandit C's horse got an nat 20. I may have the exact which ones are which wrong, but they're all at full hit points. It's relatively equivalent.
Go with it. We'll go with it. And then that's another d6 roll. So that's 3 force damage to everyone that failed.
Okay. 3 force damage to that riding horse. 3 force damage to that bandit. Nice. Okay, so that slump just turns up and goes, woo! Okay.
Oh no, not again.
It just keeps happening. Roscoe, over to you.
Yeah. So, on a brief point of order, when does Nigel's spiritual weapon do stuff? Does it get its own subturn, or does Nigel have to direct it?
Nigel has to direct it. It's
Yeah.
a bonus action to use.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna just strike at the knight with the rapier.
Okay. You
now?
do get advantage because you have flanking from Pondfond, who is not next to any horses.
I love advantage. Okay, let's
Also,
let's do
as-
this then.
As a point of order, the knight has disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls right now.
Wow.
Yes, it does because it's frightened of Nigel, and that's what the fear condition does. Yeah, you can't move closer to the source of your fear, and you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Unbelievably poor. All right. Well,
Bad luck.
I'll see if I can do anything cool with the bonus action. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to do anything cool, but I think I'm going to do second wind.
Good idea. Yeah. That's a good choice.
That's gonna be it's like a D10 plus 3, I think.
Yes. And we go to Pondfond.
It's rolling as if I have advantage. How do I turn that off?
I'm not sure. It should be a little, I think, a flag or something.
I'll figure it out. Move
so-
to got a Pondfond. I'll just need to update my health
Okay.
anyways.
And obviously your feline agility is back.
Cool.
Pondfond.
Pondfond's a bit concerned about her health situation with that arrow stuck in her chest and all.
Yeah.
So she's going to touch herself to cure wound.
Disturbing, but yeah, okay.
So that's 1d8
Okay.
plus 1.
You cast Cure Wounds on yourself.
Wow,
Oh,
typical roll luck.
Ouch.
Continue.
But you regain 3 hit points. So, I mean, that
Wow.
helps. Those could be the critical 3 hit points that keep you in the game.
Just enough to get her unbloodied.
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog. You only need 1.
And with her bonus action, she's going to hit the knight. With her...
You cannot do that.
Nope.
2 weapon fighting requires that you have struck with your main weapon first. And then you can use a bonus action to strike with the other one.
Okay, yeah. I was kind of suspecting that might be the case, but I wanted to...
Yeah, the exception to that is monks, but they are the only exception.
Yeah. Good thing she got other bonus action options. Is going to put layer spray on the knight.
Okay. You put Slayer's Prey on the knight, which you can do. Yep, that's fine. We go to the knight. The knight is terrified of Nigel.
Can I add some flavor?
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to say the knight is currently plagued by visions of Morian and his own death.
Ooh. So he's seeing that alabaster mask floating in. He's seeing his... Oh, yeah.
Just getting
That's
a little closer.
Yeah, so he's going to strike at, I think, Sully and Pondfond. So, first one against Sully. So these are all at disadvantage because he can see Nigel. Wow, natural 2. Not going to hit Sully. And against Pondfond, I lost a natural 20. That is a 19 to hit, though. But it's not a nat 20, which is what it would previously have been without that disadvantage. I think a 19 hits.
There was a +2 on advantage earlier, right? What was this from again? +2 on AC. I mean, it's still.
That was from cover. But the knight is right next to you.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it does hit, yeah.
Okay, so that is 10 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
Not immediately yet, but soon.
And the knight is going to spur his horse and try to get away from you. 20, 25.
Take
Hey,
it.
wait.
Oh
several
there's
opportunity attacks.
several opportunity attacks. So Sully, Pondfond, and Roscoe, you can use your reaction right now to attack the knight or the horse, as the knight leaves.
Oh, definitely the night.
Attacking the knight?
We just got Pondfond sober. God damn it.
Is that with advantage?
Pondfond and Roscoe, you have advantage. Sully, I'm afraid you don't because you've got a horse right behind you. But it'll be a flat roll for you.
Once.
19.
Slash he cooperates.
It uses its reaction against your strike, Sully, and parries it, I'm afraid, using the great sword. However, Roscoe's done a nat 20, so that's a crit. I saw
20.
Pondfond's roll come in as well, and that was high enough, I think, to hit.
Yeah, 25.
25. So those two are going to hit. So, Sully, what you've done by causing the knight to burn that parry, you've opened the gates for Pondfond and for Roscoe to strike and land some really good blows.
Woohoo.
All right. So, yeah, it's a reaction, so I can't do anything silly with it, I guess.
Unless you've got something that can be added. There are some features that say when you hit, you deal extra damage, or when you attack. So, like the Slayer's Prey thing will go off, for example, for Pondfond.
Cool. Why not then? Distracting Strike.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely do that. Absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Also,
All right,
Pondfond, don't forget to roll your Slayer's Prey.
Oh. Alright, I wasn't even thinking about that in relation to this, but that makes... What? Wait, my first hit to the target with a weapon attack on each of my turns.
Ah, never mind, then it won't work on opportunity attacks. That was 20 from Roscoe, right?
That was 20.
That's
6.
great. You have bloodied the knight, and 6 from Pondfond together. You've bloodied this knight. Just a hell of a strike. You somehow pierce that plate metal with the whip.
It's a rapier, so it just goes right
rapier.
in.
Yeah, just going straight in. Yeah, absolutely. Straight through a mortal blow that is so close to killing this knight. You are very, very close to killing this knight now. The knight has gone from being fine to being in very serious trouble in one move. That's not been a smart move for the knight.
He's also distracted now, as I guess you probably would be.
Yeah,
I'd say he's quite literally trying to run away from the alabaster mask.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just reading Slayer's Prey. It's the first time each turn that you hit that target with a weapon attack. That doesn't say on your turn. That's each turn. So this is the knight's turn, so you can definitely roll a d6 and add d6 damage.
And I was looking at the description on character sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking at the official ruling for it now. So you can definitely roll that. I was wondering, because usually they're pretty permissive about you dealing damage on reactions. 4 extra damage. Christ. So let me revise what happens. Because what happens is the knight doesn't leave, the knight fucking dies. Collapses back, rapier gone through the chest. Pondfond, you're using your short sword, slashing it at its back. It defends against Sully, but leaves this wide opening that you two exploit, and so the horse runs off, but the knight is dead on its back. Amazing.
Does the knight fall off?
The knight is in like these stirrups, so is kind of hanging off the side, but it's very clearly dead. But it's just sort of like dead weight on the side of the horse at the moment. That's great. I'm going to delete them from the initiative. Because that's them done. Great hits. Okay, we go to the bandits, A, B, and C. The two in front of Nigel, they're gonna have to keep attacking, I think. Obviously, C's horse. C is disadvantage as well. So we'll do C first because C's frightened of you. That's poor. That is poor. I lost a natural 19 with that. So that's going to be a 9 to hit you. B's going to... Oh, sorry. A is the one striking against you. A could go for Sully. He's going to go for Sully, I think. That is a 14 plus 3, 17 against Sully.
17 would hit.
And B is going to fire a bow, I think, at Roscoe. Roscoe, I'm going to give you half cover against, so +2 to AC.
Okay.
And that's a nat 1.
Well, okay.
And then those 3 are going to use their movement to bolt. You get the vibe. Oh, I've done it again. Anyway, he's got off his horse and he's carrying it away. You can do your attacks of opportunity, of course. But you get the vibe that with the knight dead, that they are fleeing.
My opportunity attack misses poorly.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, they're fleeing and will likely not be striking you again. They were just sort of doing their best. Okay, Nigel, over to you.
Nigel's celestial revelation, by the way, kind of makes him glow, and these dark skeletal wings appear behind him.
Oh, nice.
And he's just gonna say, "I warned you. Now your boss is meeting mine. Run away or you're next."
That is great. Bandit E is also going to run away. Bandit E is going to dash to get away, so he's up on the road and is off. Sully.
It's the only thing that doesn't matter.
What are you doing? You can technically flump these 2 bandits if you want. I'm going to say this bandit is actually in the middle of the river, despite what it says.
But it'll hit the horses.
It will hit the horses.
Yeah. There's Nigel looking all impressive and celestial, and then just fat peasant Sully stood behind him going, "Get a real job!"
Okay, that's great. I love that. Also, I've not dished out any inspiration yet, but Sully, Nigel, Pondfond, Roscoe, you've all earned inspiration so far. I just kind of forgot to give it out, so mark that down. You have inspiration. Obviously, in this game, we can use that as a reroll if something goes wrong for you. And we go to Roscoe. By the way, if you all want to just let them flee, you can say that and we can just end the combat. But if you want to kill them for what they've done to you, I don't mind. That's up to you.
I am not making any more aggressive actions towards them. I'm just gonna get on in here.
Pondfond's also gonna let them go now that the knight is dead and they're obviously fleeing.
Okay, am I right in assuming Nigel and Sully are also just going to let them run off, take a rest?
Yeah. Sully's going to run after them and wag at the finger from the edge.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, what was that, Nigel?
Have any of the bandits taken any damage?
Yes. Bandit. This would be Bandit. What is now 2, so would be now C. Bandit C. But not much, not bloodied.
All right. Nigel taps his mask, and for Bandit C, that mask seems to just reverberate very intensely as he casts Toll of the Dead.
Ooh. Okay. Toll the Dead, I think, is a save, isn't it?
DC 14 Wisdom.
DC 14 Wisdom. They're not very wise. We'll see what happens. 18. Okay.
Well, nothing happens then.
Okay.
It's just a little spooky.
On their turns, they're continuing to beast it off. That way. And this one is gone. Like, when you're dashing along a road, that they're getting off. So I think we're done there. I will say that there is a horse here. There are 2 horses here, actually. There's one of the dead guy that was killed early on, tied up. There's also the knight's horse in the river, like running that way a little bit. That one is probably scared of you all. But yeah, if you want those horses, you can have them, or you can let them free. It's up to you what you want to do. But yeah, you are out of initiative. You can act freely now.
Pondfond is going to ritual cast Speak with Animals and is going to ask the horse what they want.
Okay.
During that 10 minutes, is that enough for a short rest?
10 minutes isn't. No, because a short rest would be a full day while you're traveling.
Full day? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
at the quest location, it's only an hour.
At the quest, it's only an hour. But when you're traveling, it's a full day. But then at the end of every day, when you take those rests, those are short rests. You can spend those hit dice then. Oh, sorry. Go for it, Nigel.
How much health does Pondfond have? And
6.
what is their max?
They have
6.
6 at the moment, and their max is 29, so they're quite low.
If you would let Nigel reduce you to 0, his healing spell would do maximum healing on you.
The pirate has come up with an interesting plan.
My magic's a bit more effective on those closer to my boss. If you're willing to trust me.
Hey dude, I'm also a Mariah follower. I totally get it. Hit me with your best shots.
Okay, I don't need attack rolls. It'll happen. Like it's a willing recipient. Nigel, you knock Pondfond to 0 hit points. Pondfond starts making death saves, but doesn't actually need to roll them.
No.
And then you loot the body, and you all leave.
Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, spare the dying just for flavor. No death saves.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to, let's see, what is my most healingest spell? Prayer of Healing, if you're willing to be unconscious on the ground for 10 minutes.
Is this before or after she's spoken with the horse?
Let's say after. Let's say
Prayer of
after
Healing
you
is
talk
extra
to the
helpful for
horse.
everyone else as well, because it's up to 6 creatures.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So you do your horse thing, and then I'll knock you unconscious.
Okay. Pondfond, by the way, you're a furbolg, right?
Yeah.
Just bear in mind, you don't necessarily need to cast Speak of Animals. You have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetation. You can talk to flowers. You can talk to horses, sheep.
Really?
They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return, but you can talk to them. If you don't need to know what they're saying, you can, calm down a horse or something like that by saying, easy now. You have advantage on all charisma checks you make to influence animals and plants.
Yeah, I see what you mean. But
nothing stopping you casting it either.
I was going. Well, she can't understand, right? She can speak to them, but can't understand them. So if she wants to ask the horse what the horse would like in this situation, then
that's fair. Yeah, you can do the ritual. That's fine. You take 10 minutes to cast the ritual. What does ritual casting look like for Pondfond? What's a Pondfond ritual look like? Just getting blackout drunk.
Yeah, I was going to say she doesn't have alcohol, but she would. I think she would be carrying an empty bottle to I don't know, interface with.
Yep. Okay. So you get out all the chalks and all the charcoals and all that, and you start drawing all the intricate sigils and everything, and you cast Speak with Animals. You go up to one of the horses. What do you say?
Oh, great, powerful and wise horse, not a towers alone. What do I wish it? Or something silly along those lines.
I'm going to check the horse's intelligence. Okay. To determine what it wants, basically.
It's a bit smart if it sets up a 401k.
It stares at you and it just says, "Hey!"
They're just winning?
Yeah, it just says "hey," but by whinnying.
Oh, hey. I thought it was like, hey.
Just as hay.
You want hay? Food?
Yep. It doesn't say yep, it just looks at you again until you offer something that it can say something else to.
Pondfond offers a ration.
Eats it from your hand quickly, and it feels very unusual. If you've ever fed a horse, it feels very unusual. And looks at you again as if just waiting. Steps backwards a little bit. Blows air out of his nose. Stamps the ground.
Can I ride you?
Shakes its head and blows hair out quickly.
It's a dumb horse, folks. We're moving on.
All
It
right.
turns around and kicks you because it heard you say that. I'm going to make an attack roll for the riding horse.
Horse kicks are
Sorry, I didn't mean
dangerous.
it was just a joke,
Yeah.
horse.
That's only an 11, though. It missed.
Thought it was low intelligence.
It's low intelligence. It still it understands you because you've made it magically aware of what you're saying. Just went up and insulted the animal.
Oh, Pondfond is just gonna leave.
Okay, you leave that horse
Dodges
alone.
the attack.
You return to Nigel to get killed.
Yeah. Gather round, everyone. If any of you are hurting, I have the means to fix it. And with everyone watching, I will just dome Pondfond on the skull
Yep.
with a mace.
So you've just said, gather round, everyone. I will heal you, and then gone whack on Pondfond. How does everyone else feel about this?
Spare the die.
I'm not, actually, if that's how it works, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Pondfond's
Spare the
consent.
dying, of course. No, Sully, my magic works a bit better on those closer to death's door. This is only a unique situation for Pondfond here.
Right, so it's like you gotta break it to make it kind of deal here.
Sort of.
Yes.
And then I will hold my alabaster mask, which will glow, and I will say, "Oh, Morian, even though we are all fated to meet you one day, today is not ours," and cast Prayer of Healing. So that is 20 health for Pondfond. Guaranteed.
Nice.
20.
Yep.
Very good.
2d8 plus spellcasting modifier, which is +4, but that's guaranteed maximum because of Grave Cleric.
Wait, you
And
said
for
20,
everyone
yeah?
else, it's 15. I said 20.
Yeah,
And for
29
everyone else,
is Pondfond smack. That's fine. 20 is good.
yeah. And for everyone else, it's 15.
Great.
Nice. Is anyone else doing anything in this area before we move on?
Pondfond just gets up and
This-
does it. Oh, I just had a refreshing chat with our boss, Morian.
Do you think we killed at least one
I had a
bandit?
chat with it.
Yeah, sorry, what was that? You killed the knight and you've killed one bandit, yeah.
The knight is no longer present though because the horse ran off.
The horse is in the middle of the river at the moment, just sort of stamping around. The knight is
Alright,
still
so
on the
then-
horse's back.
So there's a dead knight just lying about.
Yeah.
I might search the dead knight.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay,
And
yeah,
I-
getting him off the horse if need be.
and I'll say to Pondfond, you know, I actually spoke with Morian directly on Baboonmas.
Oh,
He showed up to help out.
and what
So-
did he say?
Roscoe, you find a coin pouch
He
with
assists-
16 gold pieces in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also take the plate armor, but it is broken. It will need to be mended. Someone rammed a rapier through it.
That's fine. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't interested in the armor. I wasn't really interested in the coin pouch particularly, but like I was just wanting to look for clues. basically.
Yeah. If you roll me an investigation check.
Cool. I might have that. I don't.
And I
This is not that character. Let's go for it anyway. 16.
You get. So you're piecing it together from various rumors you've heard before as well. Bandits, they're easy, they're uncomplicated, but the night is unusual. But you find fallen knights sometimes, ones who have been kicked out of a court or exiled, or maybe their holds have been taken from them in battle, and they're trained military people. They're going to continue to use force to get what they want. And some of them do turn to banditry because they're pretty formidable in a fight. However, there are no knights up here. There's no knights in Nordmark. There's no baronies and
right. I've never seen a knight before, right?
Yeah, there are a couple of like petty kingdoms around, but there's not much. Like there's no like proper feudal system. So it must have been from the south. Maybe this knight was fleeing something. Yeah. And sorry to interrupt, Nigel and Sully. Do feel free to continue.
Yeah, I would just tell Pondfond that I would essentially recount the events of Baboonmas and how Morian appeared directly to the group and offered the solution to our problem, or at least how to solve it indirectly.
Yeah, that was a good old divine intervention right there. Yeah.
My first time ever using it, and it worked.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, go for it. Is there anything else you want to do here? Yeah.
I would like to go up to where we saw them waiting and search the area, see if they left anything behind.
Sure. Okay, give me a perception check, please.
Natural 20.
Natural
26.
20. Okay. You find... Let me just quickly...
Fucking timber chod.
There we go. You find a small gold bracelet worth 75 gold pieces. And a stash which has 900 silver pieces in it.
Wow.
Until you lot came along, these had been very successful bandits.
All right.
So you leave the two horses
I do not
behind
have any
and get
way.
going.
Pondfond turns around and looks at this. What is this on the map? Hi, shadowy figure with a dagger.
Oh, that was Nigel's spiritual weapon, which is gone now.
Yep.
Yeah,
it is a rain of coins.
Before we leave, right, I just want to check. Do you need horse proficiency to ride a horse?
You do not. There's no proficiency. There's technically a land vehicles proficiency, but that's not for that. That's for like chariots and stuff.
I do have that one.
You don't need proficiency, but you might need animal handling in order to convince it to let you on, because you're not its
figured
rider.
it might be something like that. I don't have that. I'm not going to bother. All right.
Pondfond hasn't, but she's given up on the horse.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've got animal
How much
handling.
did you...
900 silver pieces and a 75 gold piece bracelet.
Okay. I do not have Identify. Can I do a sort of Arcana to see if it's magic?
It is not magical. So in the games I run, you know something's magical instantly. You just don't know what it does necessarily. But yes. Yes, Sully, if you want to have a go, you can roll me animal handling.
Have a go. One dumb beast of burden to another.
And luckily, it doesn't understand you.
Probably not going to work. What was her animal handling? So plus 4. So 11?
11. All right. I mean, horses are not that. Okay. I rolled an 11 exactly, and meets it beats it. So you've tamed a horse. Well, it's already tamed, but you've convinced it that you can ride it if you would like.
Well, will it accept if I lead it over to Roscoe and be like, so if you wanted this one, or you think you calm down a bit?
Yeah, that would be fine.
Obliged. Thank you, Sully. No, I will mount the horse, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
But will that give us any benefits while we're traveling? Probably not if there's only one person on one.
Not while traveling. Horses actually provide no benefit while traveling, and this is one of the things that surprises people, but when you actually look up the real... It turns out, actually, in genuinely long-distance travel, horses are worse than people.
Wow.
But they can carry more.
Yep.
Because humans are persistent hunters. That is the thing that we're really good at, and horses aren't.
Okay.
They can carry lots, though. They're really strong. They can carry a lot of things. And in combat, your speed becomes 60 feet while you're on the horse. So there are definite benefits to having a horse, but they're mostly in combat instead of moving.
No
but yeah,
problem.
they can carry tons. If you find you have to like lift a lot of stuff back, yeah, you can put it on the horse.
Okay.
Oh, and can I just check the area where Nigel checked out? Was that the area sort of up and to the right?
Yeah, up and to the right. So
yeah.
this
So
sort of
where
area.
where the leftover horse was, is there still the dead bandit to the left?
There is still a dead bandit there, yeah.
Can I just pick the corpse up and shake it and see if anything falls out?
Sure. Let me just roll, see what comes out. You get 21 copper pieces fall out of that one. But yeah, you can keep that. Okay, let me bring you back to the world map. And we can continue on. I don't think we're finishing this quest tonight, but I think you got a good chance of getting there. It's never one session. It was once. I've managed one that was one session, but yeah.
You're lying.
No, the Maelstrom one, that was one session, genuinely. They got all the way down here and did the fight at the end in one session. I don't know how it happened.
Oh, wait, I think I remember. Was I in that? I think I was in that.
I think you might have been. It was, I think you freed a
It's a
Stonk?
lot of water monsters.
Yeah,
Settle,
load of water
with,
monsters. Yeah.
Sandstone and Stonk, indeed.
And there were 3
Yeah,
areas
that's
that you
cool.
had to stabilize in the middle of this massive maelstrom with the druid transforming into sharks and stuff. Yeah, that was the one.
I don't remember how we got there so quick. Was
You
didn't
just
really-
beasted it through. There were no combats on the way. I think that was it, because combat always slows
Yeah.
things down. But it's just down to what cards you draw.
Yeah, indeed. That was
Yeah.
it.
But you've still got 6 tokens left for the rest of the day if you would like to continue going.
Can we get as far as this hex?
Hills are 4. If you change to fast pace, you can right now.
I don't think we should change to fast pace because we're in the swamp, and this swamp is pretty dangerous historically.
We move to the next hill, then we have 2 left over to have 12 the next day with normal. So that would be the 2 hexes to cross to get to the boat. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we camp down and short rest, I think it is, while traveling overnight.
Yes, but something will actually happen as you enter the next hex first. Move your token. I'm not going to assume where you're going, but I'm assuming you are going that one.
Yeah, that was kind of what we planned to.
Yeah, so you're walking through the hills, and you see... I'm not going to do that one. That's stupid. I just... It doesn't make sense in hills. They would literally just die. You see 2 ogres dozing against a tree.
Oh god, this again.
They're both sort of like 3/4 asleep. You know, that sleep just before dawn where you snore a little bit, then go like that. I don't know if that picked up over Discord, but just imagine snoring, like using a lawnmower over a gravel path. That kind of snoring that is going on right now. I don't know if any of you recognize them. I don't know if you've met them, but these are the ogres Hilda and Jake. You may have met them. I'm not 100% sure.
I think Pondfond has, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. They're asleep. They're both holding... one's got a bag full of food in their hands, and the other has a smaller bag, which... it's very cartoon, sort of. It's a swag bag where it has like a dollar sign written on it. No one uses dollars here, but it's a similar symbol. It's a currency symbol on it. And yeah, they're just asleep.
So we just try to go on by?
You can do that. That's totally fine. Yeah.
Nah, I
don't think we need to disturb these folks.
Yeah.
They're
You're
just
having a
sleeping.
good time sleeping. Let's let them.
Okay, you just keep on going. That's absolutely fine. Sometimes that's the smart choice. And definitely is in this case. So now you move on and you set up a camp. And yeah, it's nighttime. You can have your short rest now. So anything that comes back on a short rest, you've got that back, and you'll also be able to roll hit dice if you're not at max hit points. You can roll those.
Yay!
I'm just going to do a
Yay.
quick roll to see if there's anything that happens overnight. I know I haven't gotten any sleeping orders yet, but I'll just see if anything happens first before asking. No, nothing happens overnight. It is a pretty low chance. Has anyone in this party been to the next hex? I think Pondfond has, right?
No, that was Stonk.
Well, that would have been Stonk. Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the way to the Maelstrom then.
Stonk was the one.
That was Stonk. It was two bards, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a pretty early quest. Pondfond didn't exist yet back then.
I was just going to wonder if anyone remembered if they buried Knave's owner or not.
Well, it might have been. We might have heard about the dog. Might have been something that was.
Ben's
a story
confirming in the
that-
chat that they did not bury Knave's owner. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, no, we just came across a dog who was like, "Oh, my owner's gone.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone.
I remember now.
You're alone." And we were
Yeah.
like, "Do you want to come with us, or you will die?" And they were like, "No, I'm gonna stay
That
here."
was it, yeah. That was the dog who
Yeah.
wouldn't leave, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Indeed.
new dawn, new day. You have 2 extra tokens left over. So if you go at normal pace, you'll have 11 total tokens. Going through the swamp is 6, but that gives you enough to get there. Well, it would technically be 12 in total, but it's 1 token, it's fine.
well, the next one is going into the hills, right?
Oh, you're going hills, you're going around the town instead of... Oh, this one is
No,
going... Yeah,
um,
no, you're quite right, that is hills. Yeah, so it would be 10
Yeah.
total. Good point, yeah. Quite right. So you can definitely make it today, if you're going
Yay.
normal. I mean, you may want to go fast, you may want to go slow. I don't want to take that choice from you.
I think we should go normal.
Yeah, normal.
Okay.
That's
Move
fine.
yourself to the next hex. All right. So
Where?
you find here a ruined hamlet. It is, most of the buildings have been torched. It is abandoned. Trees and bushes are starting to sort of overgrow the pavement and that sort of thing. There are a lot of rotted corpses out and about. If you're sort of going past them, there are quite a few, but they're old. They're old now. They're a good couple of months old. And there is one unusual one. There's a Dragonborn knight, still in armor, that is scratched up by what look like claw marks, dead, and lying on top of her is a more recent corpse of a dog.
Oh, I knew.
Oh, that's sad.
So the
Hey,
Dragonborn Knight was the dog's owner. That hadn't been clear last time, I think. They just
It
were
was
like,
the
"Oh,
dog's
no."
owner. Yeah.
Hmm.
Little fella.
I want to use Eyes of the Grave to see if there's any undead in the area.
Okay. You use Eyes of the Grave. Let me just check the range.
60 feet.
60 feet. There are no undead in the area. You do know, though, as a cleric of Morian, that unburied bodies do tend to come back, if not as zombies, but usually not zombies. Zombies requires another person to create a zombie, but they'll come back as ghouls, as ghasts, and that sort of thing.
In the service of Morian, without saying a word, Nigel's going to start digging a hole to bury both of the bodies.
Okay.
Pondfond.
I will assist.
Okay. So, with a couple of you working at it, you're able to do that fairly quickly. And you lay those two bodies to rest.
And I'll say a few words that Nigel can probably think of that I can't. And everybody can pretend it was moving.
Okay. As you're moving the knight, you hear a clink against the knight's breastplate.
Would I be able to tell what that was?
You can either search. It sounded a bit like either metal on metal or glass on metal. You're not 100% sure. It was sort of a clinking sound, you know?
Well, I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. That's perfectly fine.
Can Pondfond just investigate or to look what it is? Or
Sure, you can get your hands in there and have a look. Rummage through the corpse's pockets, essentially. You find a small vial of muddy liquid. As you pull it out into the light, agitating it brings a few little bits into view: a fish scale, the tongue of some bird, a small bird, a cat's claw, and a bit of hair that looks like a tuft of squirrel.
Would Pondfond have any idea of what it is, or?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, she has no ability in that. Try.
Like the last shot at the bar that you always regret. A bit like Uzo.
That's one, and she has inspiration, so she's going to re-roll
Okay.
that.
This is a potion of Dragon's Majesty. A legendary potion.
What the...
Wait, sorry, did you say 12 after you rolled a 4?
No, I didn't say a 12. She
Okay.
had a net 1, and the re-roll was a 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, I realized I hadn't checked what your modifier was. You're certain this is a potion of Dragon's Majesty. If you drink it, you'll turn into an adult dragon.
She's certain of that, but is she correct is the question.
That's the question.
So she knows that, but she also knows that she hates dragons.
She's certain that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah, she's just going to put it back, and she's like, nope, not fucking with dragons.
The rest of you just hear, nope,
Would
not fucking
I-
with dragons, as Pondfond puts back a potion of animal friendship that you're a little confused about.
Also, she didn't really want to defile the body anyway.
Yeah.
By taking something from it,
The rest of you recognize the potion of animal friendship. Pondfond, you're certain this turns you into a dragon, and you don't want no part of that.
No,
And-
never a dragon. No.
And Nigel
Stay
would
away.
just say, "What's wrong? Don't like squirrels?"
Well, there's this one filthy Brexit squirrel.
Good old Brexit squirrel. He's the worst.
Brexit squirrel.
Yeah, no, that's his name.
Is that thing still around? Like,
Yeah,
it was undead at one
It's
point.
it's a revenant, and they last for 1 year until you even if you kill them, they keep coming
Wow.
back.
God.
It's chasing Tattle.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, right, yeah. No, I remember now.
Has he come into the mines, I wonder?
That would be funny. I might have to do that. But yeah, I mean, if
were
you want,
immortal, but there's a snail.
yes, you
Oh,
can
God.
you can have the potion of animal friendship if anyone wants it, except Pondfond can't have it.
Yeah. Pondfond doesn't want it anyway.
It's already out. I guess I'll catch it before they put it back
Okay.
into the corpse.
And before I forget, Roscoe, your horse is a riding horse if you ever need the stats for it. Because there are two
Great.
different kinds of horse. Right, anything else in this accursed place?
No.
Well, while they're doing their thing with the night, I'm sensing some slight classism here. You said there were loads of bodies dotted around that look about 2 months old.
Yeah.
Can I just, while they're digging a, big fancy special grave for Dragonborn lady, can I just try and put the other corpses somewhere so that they're a little bit more dignified?
Sure, yeah, you can absolutely spend some time doing that. Make
Help.
Yeah, you're going to help as well. Okay, so
Yeah.
with
Bury all these
advantage,
corpses.
give me a Constitution check, please. Which is
Oh, come
just
on, Sully,
like
this
how
is
much you're
bullshit.
able to do, how long you're able to push yourself for to do all of this.
Right, so that's...
With advantage, so you can roll
30.
it twice.
Try again.
Natural 20.
There you go.
You are filled with, I suppose, this duty to get it done, and it takes a couple of hours. Takes about 4 hours, but you bury every single person here. It's not buried. They're not buried well. They're not buried neatly, but they are buried, and that's much better than where they were before. You really are rolling nat 20s at the perfect time. This
Only
keeps
for
happening.
Weird story-specific jokes.
Yeah.
This completely fits with putting a bedroll over a mummy who then came back to say thank you.
You can have inspiration if you've already got it, though, I'm afraid. You can give it to someone else who doesn't have it if you've already got it.
I thought everyone had it at the moment, don't they?
Someone
I think
spent
Pondfond maybe
inspiration. I
spent
think
it.
Pondfond spent it. Yeah.
Yeah, Pondfond spent.
Oh, have it then, have it.
Yay, thank you.
Okay. Are you moving on?
Yes.
Okay.
And left here.
You head
You've
on to the
done-
boat. I'm going to show you the map, and I'm going to describe the opening of it, but we will have to do the actual thing next time.
That's fine.
But let's go to the boat. So, first things first, I'm just going to put you down. You're approaching from the river's end there. Pondfond out.
Are these elevations?
Yeah, those are elevations. Just because this thing is sort of wedged between two sort of cliff edges. And you're sort of in the river basin at the moment, which is sort of getting blocked by this. You can see from where you are, you're a bit lower down, but you can sort of see them walking around. There's a load of goblins on the boat, walking around as if they own the place. You can also see these purple lights from a ritual that's taking place in the middle. And there's at the helm, there is a hobgoblin. And it's, goblins have taken over this thing. It's possible they're the reason this is here. Because, well, actually, let me get Arcana checks from everyone and we'll see what you know.
There's a prisoner.
There is a prisoner on here as well. A little goblin in a cage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, very good. A 17 from Pondfond.
Mm-hmm.
A 7 from Roscoe. And a 5 from Sully. So I'll do Roscoe and Sully first.
7 total.
7 total. You're pretty sure, looking at this, that the goblins just arrived here after the boat was here. You know, that's what goblins do. They don't, you know, they'll just take over a place.
Mm-hmm.
Pondfond and Nigel, what you're seeing here is a ritual being cast by a goblin booyag. Goblin booyags they're given a little bit more status in goblin society than the rest of the goblins. Some of the booyags have no magic. Some of the booyags have just found magic items. But some of them do have magic, and they can do things, and they're not in full control of what they do, either. So it's quite possible they're the reason this boat is stuck here, and that's how it got here. The other thing you're noticing, though, Nigel, is... Well, Nigel, what name do you think would be burnt in the side of this vessel that you recognize?
That is a good question. I never put any thought into that. Or the Fair Lady.
The Fair Lady is burned at the side, so you see that as well.
And coming into view of the scene, Nigel says, and his little skeletal wings are kind of starting to flare and his mask is going, and he says,
"Yeah,
is that my fucking ship?"
It is. And I think one last thing. I'm just trying to think through people who might know this character. I don't think any of them are here, so we're not going to worry about who the prisoner is. Although I think Summer knows who it is, but Pondfond's never met him, so...
True. But she's definitely heard about...
Yes, you've definitely heard of Admiral Shan, who is
King
prisoner
Admiral.
on this vessel. Yes. But yeah, we're going to end there.
Can I ask one last thing?
Yeah, of course.
Just to be cheeky. Where we've come in here, are we within 60 foot of the weirdness going on with the purple light?
Let me count it. So distance is non-Euclidean in D&D, so we just count the squares. You are 45 feet away from it.
Cool. Can I do Sully's weird magic awareness thing?
Sure.
Which is open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. You know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 foot of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to.
That's great. Yeah. Okay. You can definitely do that. So you learn that the school of magic this belongs to is conjuration.
Which I will immediately whisper to everyone.
Now, let me check, because knowing it's conjuration, I might be able to give an arcana check to anyone who might be able to cast this. No one here is a bard, sorcerer, or wizard, so no one here can cast this spell.
No.
Let's go back and get Miss Feeder.
But yeah.
Look at some out of the mind.
There's something going on up there that they're trying to do. They have noticed you also. That's the last thing I'll say, because of course you did not arrive stealthily. They know you're here. And the one last thing you see before we end, Swabbies, E, F, and D run towards the ballista.
Oh god, the ballista again.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll do more of that next time. But I'm gonna go to the outro screen and see us off as you've reached the boat. You've reached Captain Morgak and Morgak's Marauders. It's gonna be.
They sound fun.
It's good. Yeah, they're gonna be great. I mean, yeah. So I'll be back to give you your XP in a sec. Oh, what have you thought of?
I have thought of some things that Nigel would do if he found the person responsible for stealing his ship, and I hope I get to do them.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Yes.
On tight.
All right, I'll be back to give you your XP in a sec. I'm just going to say goodnight to everyone. Boom. Okay, we are out. That was good fun. This is a great group. You know, really, they really gel well together. There's got some great creative ideas. I've loved this. This has been absolutely fantastic. We'll be back with a special Guild of Icons epilogue. That's going to be next Friday at 7:30, where you get to see what the characters got up to after they saved the universe. That's going to be great. It's going to be much more free-flowing. I think you're going to enjoy that. Huge thank you to everyone who supports this stream and these games and all the games we do. Their names are coming up on the left. Oh, Ben's right. Dwarven Mines is next week as well. That's going to be the finale of that, probably. So come back for that. But yeah, huge thank you to Super Talia DX, Al Wyvern, Ben Newman, Icky Fu, Catbat, NeoGets, Funny Name, 8-Bit Goals, Brady, Certifiable Dasher, Craig Perko, Enyo Snow, Gob, Kid Skull, Summerbee, Super Marley 64, Tap Tap Tap, and Thiru Game Explorer. If you want your name here, go to ko-fi.com/this cursedness, or you can become a YouTube member. But I'll see you all very, very soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and good night.